Hey everybody, welcome to Super Fun Infinite Blessings. I'm Hope Mama Eagle, founder of Earth Wisdom Reiki, aka Ancestral Reiki. And I know that I did live feed already today, but the ancestors are just bugging me. They're saying that a lot of people are missing their loved ones right now. Sun is still in Pisces, so it's water, there's a lot of emotion. I don't know, something about this weekend. I know I'm in the same boat. I went down to a special beach today and made me think of my divine masculine even more than normal, feeling him, you know, feeling stuck in a funky situation. He's not stuck and he's about to get a lot more unstuck. But a lot of people come to me. I've been on this twin flame journey for a minute, asking me what to expect, what I can compare it to, et cetera, et cetera. And, in this day and age, a lot of what we deal with is, media and movies and things, or, series, whatever. And so, I tell people that, especially if you're brand new on this twin flame journey, or, even if you feel like you hit a rut, the three of the movies that I would completely recommend to watch, to have an understanding of relationships in general, but the twin flame journey specifically. I know I say this all the time, but the difference between soulmate and twin flame. Soulmate is someone that is there to help remind you how you're supposed to be treated. There's past life connections, etc. But twin flame is the one that their grandmother calls out your name in their sleep, or their kids reach out to you in the dream time because they're terrified of whatever's going on. I mean, it's a connection you can't disconnect from, no matter how much you try. And so it forces you to grow up, it forces you to level up, so that you can eventually connect and or reconnect and do whatever you're supposed to be doing for the good of Mother Earth and all her children. So, the first movie, I was talking with one of my clients earlier today. We were talking about that movie, Eat, Pray, Love. And the reason that movie is so important is because even though it's from a masculine perspective, I'm not trying to genderize here. I know the times we're living in now. Get in where you fit in. But Eat, Pray, Love, I think it's Julia Roberts. Her character, goes around and doesn't even know what she wants out of life. She keeps trying to find it in men. That's karmic energy, trying to find your soul, or trying to find your purpose, or trying to find your whatever in another human being, or in a substance, or in a job. That's karmic energy. It's like hobbling on crutches because you're afraid to fly, or you've forgotten how to fly, or something of that nature. So she goes from the guy to the man to the champion, and the way I equate it, the guy is kind of like the well, you can actually translate that into martial arts terms. The guy is the young warrior that brandishes his sword every time he gets, every chance he gets. The man is the one that knows how to defend himself with the sword, and wants to defend himself with that sword every chance he gets. The guy doesn't really know how to use it. The man knows how to use it, but the champion knows how to use his words and his medicine and his energy to the degree that he doesn't always have to pull out that sword in order to defend himself, right? So, in another level, it's kind of like the guy is just starting to get to know himself. The man knows himself a little bit better, but that champion knows exactly who he is, what he wants, what he needs, what he's going to, he's not going to settle for anything less than what makes him happy. So it's kind of like the bridge between the prince, the king, and the emperor, if you look at it that way. But also from the female perspective, right? So she's been settling for all these people that, weren't the best for her. She's learning something about herself every step of the way. But by the time she gets to her champion, you know, somebody just said WD-40, you know, um, she knows a lot more about herself. And because of that, she's able to bring a lot more of substance to the table. He's able to connect with her. Neither one of them can get away with playing games, and they're able to grow together. They're able to fly together, that kind of thing. So that movie is really important to watch, no matter what stage of the journey you're at. People laugh at me, but Twilight, okay? You want to learn how to understand a twin flame relationship, watch Twilight, the series, vampires, all that stuff, right? Not because twin flames are vampires. If your twin flame is sucking the life out of you, that is not a twin flame, that's a karmic, okay? But the special connection that Edward and Bella have, where, they're powerful enough to exist on their own, but they are able to accomplish a lot more, a lot quicker when they're together. Um, Unfortunately, those feelings that Bella has of being ripped apart when she's not near Edward, wanting to jump off of a cliff or jump on some dude's motorcycle in order to make him materialize, we all feel those feelings from time to time. Um, Man, the minute I try and do something I know I'm not supposed to do, I see my twin pop up in the corner with his arms folded. And my twin's as big as a house and garage, okay? So when he senses something's wrong and pops up in that level, those of you that are just on this journey have a lot to look forward to, okay? My twin has popped up on that level and protected me from dog attacks, gotten me out of war-torn countries. I mean, when you have that connection, it's lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, right? It's not just a history. It's more than that. You're able to lean on each other's medicine. You're able to draw from each other's medicine. You're able to sense, like twins, you're able to sense when each other's in trouble. You're able to have conversations that nobody else can interpret but you. Because of the work that my twin does, a lot of times we would have conversations in what I call dragon speak. If somebody was tuning in, they wouldn't even know what the hell we were saying, and that's fine. So sometimes this journey can be like, oh, what the hell did I get myself into? But as you allow yourself to grow and evolve and understand and connect with other people that are going through it, and realize that, you're not a few stone people shy of a sweat lodge or a few tomatoes shy of a lasagna, this whole journey really does have something important to teach you. It really does have a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Happy ending. No direct pun intended, That's just how it goes. And the third movie y'all have to look forward to, thanks to my hermana Veronica, is 365. Now, I know a lot of people get their knickers in a twist about that movie because they think it has other connotations. It doesn't. And no, it's not a glorified version of 50 Shades of Grey, okay? I lived that culture when I was in LA, and that's all I'll say about that. 50 Shades is not a twin flame connection, okay? 50 Shades is a psychological breakdown or breakthrough, whatever. But 365 is very different, okay? Maybe it's because Massimo is Italian. I have no idea, Love to all the Italians out there. But the connection that they have, the way that they not just connect to each other, but banter with each other, okay? Y'all will start to see in the next couple of months, years, whatever. My twin flame and I can banter like nobody's business because he's one of the few people that can actually hold his own with me. Anyone else, it's like, I have a black belt in Tung Fu. I can talk my way into or out of just about anything except when it comes to my divine masculine, okay? There's a reason they call them divine masculines. So if you watch that movie, the soundtrack is phenomenal. If you got to clean your house, let me tell you that. Sequel's about to come out, and I'm going to be on the red carpet. That movie is amazing, okay? It's not just the context of the movie, it's the energy. So between Eat, Pray, Love, between Twilight, I forget what the whole series, but the bond between Edward and Bella, right? And between 365. So those three movies, think of it as like trifecta, a pyramid, whatever. If you're wanting to look at that, That's important for you to be able to study. Now, some people look to celebrities to see, what works, what doesn't work. If you want to look at celebrity couples, okay, I'm not talking about these glorified people that are, poster children for the Illuminati or whatever. I'm talking about real solid connections. Jason and Lisa is a really good example. I won't really go into, because I don't want to like disrespect anybody, but Lisa was with a karmic. Jason knew it. Jason had to step up from being the king to being the emperor in order to uh, round that out how it needed to round, whatever. And, the connection that him and Lisa have is just phenomenal. Okay, Jason is like a divine masculine personified. The other one is, oh gosh, why can't I remember her name? Um, John and Chrissy. Okay, those two, they're phenomenal. I guarantee you, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. When it's a true twin flame connection, you don't just see it in the partner themselves, but you also see it in the children. You see the unconditional love reflected in the children. The kids aren't watching some karmic, rob the other parent blind or whatever else. There's a genuine love there. There's an unconditional love there. The other one that you can look at, a little more old school, but Johnny Cash and June Carter, they were twin flames back before anybody knew what the hell a twin flame was, right? Now it's like buzzword, But the reason I'm saying that Johnny and June is because Johnny would dish it out to June, and June would dish it out to Johnny, and I forget what sign June was. She's probably a Leo or something, because she would just throw it right back at him. She wouldn't just throw it right back at him. She'd be like, okay, you're gonna go run around with that, Deja Punani over there. Guess what? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna make a world known record deal. Whatever. Like, but they mirrored each other. They kept inspiring, motivating each other to level up, level up, level up. And unfortunately, June had to deal with Johnny's addictions and drinking and everything else. But because she was his twin, she never gave up on him. She didn't put up with his crap, but she never gave up on him either. And because of that, June saved Johnny's life. Now, I don't know the whole story between John and Chrissy and Jason and Lisa, but, also from a cultural perspective, from an indigenous wisdom perspective, from an ancestral perspective, when you look at those guys, you know that they didn't just bump into each other at random, This is divinely orchestrated, divinely appointed, divinely protected, divinely connected. People that don't understand that will understand it real quick when they try and mess with those connections, because the universe will pick them up in Poughkeepsie and throw them in Rio de Janeiro somewhere. You don't mess with the divine. The sacred protects the sacred. That's all there is to it. So if people don't understand, that just means they're not meant to understand, The Harry Potter reference, muggles or whatever, It's not a judgment. It's just they're not on that journey, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that they don't find a soulmate and they don't have little babies and they don't make things better. It just means that, twin flame is connected to 144,000 angels that Hermetic elders gave their lives to protect this medicine, this magic, this potential, especially in the age of Aquarius, to physically come together and physically make things better for the good of Mother Earth and all her children. So I'm going to leave y'all right there. There's your homework for this weekend. I know, because anybody, man, my hermana ruined me. She's like, oh yeah, 50 Shades, no, whatever. She's like, I want to see you and your twin remake that and actually have it be believable. It's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But she's the one that turned me on a 365, no pun intended. And when you guys watch that, you'll see what I mean, okay? Don't watch it if your kids are awake, because it's like not suitable for work or whatever that hashtag is. But if you're in a twin flame connection, I'm talking a legit twin flame, you will understand that, I don't know what you call it, fire, okay, this is it. You'll understand the fire and you'll understand the ice aspect to it, like the hot and the cold, the bantering, the pulling away and coming back and all that jazz, because that's what a twin flame connection is about, right? You could go hide in a cave somewhere in the Himalayas and they would still find you. I know, because I used to have a cabin out in the middle of nowhere and I didn't even have a phone or anything, and people would come knocking on my door. Tibetan monks knocking on my door, native elders all the way from Alaska knocking on my door. Hey, your twin's in trouble again. You need to straighten him out. If anyone can help him, you can. The whole thing. So trust me. Don't go trying to get a houseboat in the middle of the ocean just to get away from your compliment. Work on yourself. Raise your vibration. That's what the whole journey is about anyway. Whether you're doing it in the 3D, 4D, 5D, you're working out the kinks on the physical, you're working out the kinks on the dream time. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It all comes together when it's supposed to. Watch those movies, have fun, look forward to all the adventures and the high points, be grateful for all the soulmates that are coming to remind you how you're supposed to be treated beyond all these little karmic mosquitoes, and love yourself, because you can't love anyone else till you love yourself anyway. If you have any questions, if I can help you on this journey in any way, you won't know if I can help until you ask. So feel free to ask whatever comes to your heart. What comes from the heart reaches the heart, and I'm happy to help you piece the rest and best together. So, namaste, optimistic. Have fun on your journey, because if it ain't fun, it ain't a real twin flame journey, and it ain't worth it, okay? So I'm here. If you need to reach out to me, you can reach out through my DMs. You can reach out through my website. I will be continuing this conversation on Sunday with the virtual prayer bowl live on Instagram. Hope super funny. So if y'all aren't doing anything, Sunday, 6 o'clock Pacific time, feel free to join us. The more the merrier. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth, but you know you won't be bored. So like, subscribe, share, comment, and let's piece the rest and best together.